Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to solve another machine from Hackthebox, and the machine name is Intelligence. So without wasting time, let's just go and solve the machine. Without wasting time, let's just go with the nmap. So nmap, sorry, uh, here, yeah, nmap space hyphen s capital V for the versions, space hyphen small s capital C for default scripts, and the target IP is 10.248 space hyphen o capital L, and that I saved in default.nmap because I actually run that scan to save the time. So I'm just going to show you the scan. So here actually bunch of ports and services are running, and to see that scan result, I actually think this is our domain controller. So 53 is open, port number 80 is open, and these are the HTTP methods that are supported. Okay, and IIS 10.0. So this is actually a very good information if you want to uh, think actually what operating system is running on target machine if you find the version of IIS, because you will have an idea, okay, that uh, from the IIS version that the operating system on the target machine could be this, right? So this information is very good. Another most important information is, uh, okay, before this, I actually wanna highlight this port because Kerberos sec. So once I see this port open, I think for the Kerberosing and using the Kerbrute uh, tool to actually enumerate or brute force the user's name on the target machine. But blindly, I'm not going to do anything on any target. So we must have the solid proof that that is actually going to work. And on that basis, we should go to target a machine. So, okay, I will keep in mind that this port is open, and this is also a proof that the target machine may be a domain controller. Another port is LDAP, that is very interesting to me. And most important information is common name is dc.intelligence.hackthebox, and that also confirms me that this could be our domain controller. So I already added these two hosts on the etc host file. One is intelligence.hackthebox and another is dc.intelligence.hackthebox. Okay, so I can access from these names. Fine. Okay, once we scroll down, we will find that SMB shares are there. Okay, so this is for SSL LDAP and key password 5. And there are two more LDAP ports. LDAP port, Microsoft Windows Active Directory, LDAP, fine. And another is SSL LDAP, that is 3269, fine. SSL LDAP, okay, that's very good. Here you can see the SMB version. So SMB information is there, and the SMB security version 2, I think security mode 2, message signing enabled and required. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to start with port number 80. So going here and http colon slash slash dc.intelligence.hackthebox, enter, and as we can see, this website is running on port number 80, and there are one section is the main page and another section is contact. And if we go down, we will find that there are two documents, announcement document and other document, and we have a link to download. Yeah. So if we click on this link, so we will find a PDF file. That's good. And the name is 2020-0101 PDF. Let's check we can access the download folder or not. So yeah, as expected, we cannot actually access directly the document folder, but the files inside this document folder, we can actually access those files. So, okay, we can access the files. Going back and visiting another link to download the PDF, and as we can see, the most important part is here that if you look closer, the year is same 2020 2020, but this is the month, this is the month, and it starts from date 1st January of 2020 till 15th December of 2020. So maybe there are more PDF files between this, and how we will confirm, like we can try like this, uh, um, to HTTP. Okay, so as you can see, uh, 2nd of January 2020, there is one more file for that. So this is interesting, and I wanna actually see all these files, and I wanna download all these files. Maybe we will have some information in these files, right? So that is the first thing. Another part, sorry, uh, I just wanna show you this. So download this file and go to the download folder, Control X, and paste it here. And come back here, exit tools, and 2020, yeah. So I just want to see whether this file is actually PDF or not, or if there is any modification date and access date differences. Okay, all these things. So page count is 1. Okay, PDF version 1.5, and the most important part is this creator Jules Williams, and that parts uh, make me think that if we go for the curve route to uh, brute force or enumerate the users, maybe these users I will not get in my word list, user word list. So maybe the path is like we will download all those files and we will collect the usernames, and then we will check the password and we will see whether these users with the crack map using SMB, if these users are valid or not, or maybe not all those users, but one of them is valid, right? So that was the picture in my mind. Okay, so let's go and we can, because it's very, very difficult to, because we don't know how many files in between January to December. So it's very, very difficult to go to each file and download it manually. So I'm gonna do one thing that automates this process. So actually, to save the time, I created two files here. One is days and another one is months. So if you see the days files, I already put 1 to 31. And if you see the months, so I put it 1 to 12, right? So let's go and create one more file. So this is gonna be the Python file. Okay, slash user bin end Python 3, and I wanna import two modules. One is request and other module is OS. Okay, then I wanna define a function enum underscore pdf. It doesn't require any argument, and what I can do is uh, okay, so with open, and the file name is months, and I wanna read this file as mon underscore file, then months equal to mon underscore file dot read and dot display. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. So what it is gonna do actually, it will go to the month file, okay, read all the lines by lines and put all these values in one list, and the list name is months. Same like that we wanna do with the days. So with open days and read the days file as day underscore file, and I'm gonna take a variable named days, and I want to save a list of all days in the days variable. Sorry. So this is the day file. Copy this, paste it here. Day file dot read dot display and save it enum pdf dot py. Fine. Okay. So what next I want to do is I want to create the file name. So first of all, for mon in months, and inside that for loop I want to take a value one by one from the days. So for day in days, okay, so first thing I want to create the file name. File name is equal to, so the file name is gonna be like this, 2020 hyphen plus the first thing is, if you see in the file name, first year, then month, then days, right? So mon plus um, hyphen plus day plus hyphen upload dot pdf. Fine. So this is gonna be our file name. So to be sure, I'm gonna print file name, save it, and go here, clear, and Python 3 enum pdf. What's wrong? Okay, so actually the problem is uh, I need to call the function. So PDFs, done, save, go back, run it again, and as you can see, we can create all the files successfully. Now we just need to put this file name with the URL, right? Okay. So URL is gonna be, now I don't need this. So URL http://dc.intelligence.hackthebox and plus file name, right? So it will take one file name and put it here. Fine. And let's say friend URL. Save it, go back, clear, run it again, and as you can see, we need to just put the slash here, save, and that's it. So all file names with URL is ready, but we also need here, if we go and see, there is documents also. Take this and put it here, save it, and yeah, that's look perfect. So clear, go back. Now we need to just send the request and we will check the status code. So r equals to request dot get URL fine, and okay, if r dot status underscore code equal 200, so we need to print the URL. So in that way we will just get the valid URLs which contain the files, right? But before actually going to print this, I also want to do one more thing. We already created one file here, that is URLs, and now this file is empty. Fine. So I want to save all the URLs in this file. So with open URLs, and this time I actually wanna append, not write, because if we write, so again and again whenever it gets the valid URL, if we use write, so it will change the new URL from the old URL. Then it will again get the valid URL, and it will place that URL in the file on the place of first URL. So you will always get only one URL in the URL file. So that's why I'm using append, right, as URL underscore file. Fine. So URL underscore file dot write, and I'm gonna write URL. So copy this, paste it here. Okay, and we need to also change the line. So URL file dot write, copy, paste it here, and this time um, we just need a new line, right? So this is ready for us. We can go and run this. Okay, but I also want to do one more. I also want to add here one more function. So with this function, we actually just get the valid URLs, but we also need to download all the files, right? So what we need to do, we need to create another function. So def, and that function is to get underscore PDF. Fine. So here it is very simple. We just need with open, we need to read the URL files, URLs file. So URLs, comma, just read it as URL underscore file, and URL save it values in as URL in the value URL. So copy paste URL files dot read dot split with the new line. Okay, so all the URLs it will put in a list, and the list name is URL. So now you just need to create one for loop and done. So for u in URLs, I'm going to use os dot system and just need to put the command with the wget, right? So wget space plus u, okay, and fine, it will done everything for us. Now we just need to call this function. So I'm gonna call it after enum, right? So get underscore pdf and done. I made blunder. I put URLs. Actually, we save it in the URL, not URLs. So we need to set it here URL. Save it and and done. So if we go here, we can see all the files are downloaded up to 2020 12/30, right? So I'm gonna take all these files, just this, this, and this. Control X, and I'm going to put it here. Paste. Okay. Now, if we see all files, because we need some information. So clear this, and I'm gonna see all the usernames inside these files. So exit tool, and before this just cd pdf, not cat, it is actually exif tools, and all the files, all the pdf files, and grep creator. So you can see we got all the username in all those pdf files, right? But we just need usernames. So clear this, and here I can use cut command space hyphen f2 space hyphen d, and with this, so from the output of grep creator, it will actually split the output with this sign, and we will take only the second column. So because there is space also, so we need to actually filter that space also. So another cut space hyphen f2 space hyphen d space, and if we hit enter, so as expected we got all the usernames. So I'm just going to copy all these usernames and copy, come here, create document, empty file, name users, and open users, and paste all the usernames. Save them. Now close these files, we don't need it. But still actually we need some information from here. So let's open this with another application like Firefox. So when you open it with Firefox, you will see internal IT update, security audit. We are in the process of locking down our security account. And this information is very interesting to me because it is telling me that there could be a service account, right? So we need to find that service account also. And we can use the impacket scripts to actually get or brute force the service accounts. Let's check out more. Nothing. So I'm not going to open all these files because I already checked those files. But uh, in a file that is on the 6th month and the date is 4, in this file I found something interesting, and that was the password, default password for all the users. So it said new account guide, welcome to Intelligence Core, please log in using your username and the default password of this. So this is very interesting to me. I'm just going to copy this and paste it here. So password is this, save. But still we don't know which user can use this password. So for that I'm going to use the crack map exec or SMB map exec, and the file name is users.txt. Enter, because we changed the name for user file, that is users.txt. And as you can see here, it is checking all the users. So any user who can access the SMB with this password, we will get here. So we can see this, the last one, this user is valid with this password. So I'm just going to copy this and username, paste it here, save. Now we have the valid username and password. So let's go and try to access the SMB share. So clear SMB client space hyphen capital L 10.10.10.248 and space hyphen U. This is the username. Something wrong. What was that? SMB client space hyphen L. Not enough. Why? How many I put? Okay, let's try this one more time. Not enough characters in service. What is that? Okay, because we need to use capital U. Yeah, and now we need to mention the password which we already have. So paste it here, enter, and this time we can see the shares. So admin, C, ITC, IT, netlogon, sys, and users. It seems like the user directory inside C. So I'm interested in IT first. So IT, sorry, IT, yeah, and here's the password. We are in ls, sorry, yeah. So we have a file that is downdetector.ps1. So I'm going to take this file, paste here, enter. Okay. Another is I'm gonna exit again, and this time I wanna see users that password ls, and let's go to the Molina folder because this is the user. And another user, we can see TED, what we got inside this PDF, TED, right? So okay, cd and paste, enter ls, okay, cd desktop, ls, and we have the users.text, means this is the first user flag, right? So you can read this flag or by downloading this file, right? But from here, I'm just going to see this file, what actually is inside this file. Let's open this with mousepad, and this is PowerShell script. So let's read this. First line, check web server status, scheduled to run every 5 minutes. So it means, or we can copy it if we can. Cancel. Yeah, we can copy it. So first of all, the file said that this is the scheduled job uh, every 5 minutes. Fine. Now if you see closely, import module active directory for each, and this is the variable record in get child. So it is gonna see the information of active directory, that is the active directory domain name and domain controller. So intelligence.hackthebox, domain DNS zone, and DC is intelligence, and DC, okay, hackthebox. Okay, so this is gonna be the important line. So where object name is like web and star. So now what it is gonna do, it is gonna try making a request, and that request is gonna be the web request. And the URL of that request is gonna be the http:// and record.name. So that record is actually a variable which contain a value, same like web star dot intelligence dot hack the box, something like this. So this star could be anything like web 123 dot intelligence dot hack the box. So in the next line, it is actually gonna make a web request with this URL, okay, and using the default credentials. Fine. So if the status code not equal to 200, uh, if something like this is in the forward lookup zone as a host record, if this is not in the network, so this web request is not gonna get status code 200, right? Because this is not in the network and no web server is running. So of course this is not gonna get 200 status code. So in that condition, it is gonna send a mail from the TED user account, which is this, and to the TED user email. Means if this condition is satisfied, then it will send one email from the TED email to the TED mail account, right? With the subject of host, that is record.name, which is gonna be this is down and cache. So I hope you understand this. Very simple. You don't need to think very much. Just read it and you will know, right? So in that case, it seems like uh, we can add a fake DNS record in the Active Directory DNS forward lookup zone with this name like web123 intelligence.hackthebox. So if we add this fake record in the DNS zone, then after every 5 minutes, once this script is going to run, so it will find the record in the lookup zones, and because it finds the record, so it will actually make a web request. And because we are not going to publish any web service with this, so of course it will not get 200 status code hyphen not equal to 200 status code. It is going to make a email and send it from the TED account to the TED account with default credentials. So simultaneously, once we actually add the fake record, DNS record in the domain, at that instant, simultaneously, we can run the responder and wait for this script to run, execute, because it's executing after every 5 minutes. So maybe we will capture the uh, hashes of this user, and then we can use the John or hashcat to actually uh, brute force and crack the password, right? So this is the whole idea here. So let's see and do this job. So first of all, we can use one tool, that is uh, clear. Come on, I'm in SMB. So exit from here, clear DNS tool. We have it or not? We don't have it. So let's go and DNS tool. So this is the first one. Open it. Fine. So there are few tools like add service principal name, DNS tool. This is used to add, delete, and modify the fake DNS records in the domain and all these. So I'm just going to clear cd/opt and git clone, paste, enter. Okay. So now cd/opt, okay, ls-la, and where is it? dnstool.py. So chmod plus x dnstool.py, clear it, and we can see clear this cd k r, okay, and clear python 3 dnstool.py, enter. So we will have all the flags here: username, password, forest name, you want to add, modify, or something, record data. Okay, fine. So let's go and do this. So python 3 dnstool.py space -u, and the username should be intelligence.hackthebox, and username we already have it, this one. So copy this, paste it here. This is the username, space -p means password, and the password is gonna be this. Then we need to, of course, space -a, and we want to add. So the flag is -a, and then we need to choose one of them, what we need. So we need to add, so add space -r, the record name. So as we know, the record is gonna start with web star, so it could be anything, web help dot intelligence dot hack the box, right? And then we need to specify the IP of the uh, IP of my machine, because this is gonna be the name of the fake DNS record, and this is gonna be the IP, my IP for this name. So whenever that script run and it will invoke this web request, so that is gonna see to my IP for any web page, but we do not publish any web page, so it is gonna give not equal to 200. And then let's check one more time. ifconfig done 0. So my IP is 14.160. Fine. And then the IP of the target. So 10.10.10.248. That's it. Enter. And here I'm going to start responder space hyphen I and done 0. So let's wait for 5 minutes. We will get the hash, maybe. Hope for the best. And as you can see, guys, we got the hash for the TED user, right? So I'm gonna copy this and paste it in another file, paste, save, TED hash, and let's unleash the John. So clear John, okay, cd slash desktop and hack the box intelligence. Fine. So John TED hash space hyphen w user share word list and rock you. Enter. And as you can see, we got the password for the TED user also. So let's go here and update that username and password. So username, password. So this is gonna be the username, and this is this is the password, and this is the username. Copy and paste it here. Fine, fine. So now let's go and check other SMB shares with this username, because maybe we get other information also. So SMB client space hyphen not L, actually 10.10.10.248 users space hyphen capital U, and this is gonna be the username, right? And Mr. Teddy, copy, paste the password, okay, ls. So from Tiffany user, you cannot access the Ted Grave user. So now if you try to go inside this user, cd and ted ls hyphen, not hyphen, just ls. Actually, uh, we need to look for this service account, right? Because they said there is a service account which they are going to lock down. So to actually enumerate the service account, we can use tool LDAP search, but actually while I try LDAP search, it does not give us much information about the service account. So what I did is there is another tool that is GMSA dumper. We can use that tool to actually get the service account. So exit clear. Let's go and search that. GMSA dumper. So this is the tool. You can see the usage of this tool. So before we actually use the Tiffany user, now we can use the TED user to get the service account, right? Let's go cd dot clear git clone paste, enter, and cd slash opt and chmod plus x gmsa clear, and let's run this tool. So Python 3 gmsa, and I want to see the switches or flags. Cd dot slash gmsa and Python 3 gmsa.py. So this is very simple. You just need to use username, password, space hyphen L for LDAP server, and D for domain. So this time I'm going to use username, that is TED. Come on, TED. Control X. Actually, this is the username and this is the password. So TED grave, copy, paste it here, space hyphen P for the password, that is mr.teddy, Mr. Teddy, space hyphen D, and the domain name is intelligence.hackthebox. Enter and hope for the best. Well done, and we got the service account, that is svc int, and this is the hash. So now with this, what we can do actually, we can try the pass the ticket attack with this service account, and we have the hash. But for this, we need to actually synchronize the time of my machine, of the attacker machine, to the target domain controller, right? So for this, let me check we have it or not. Let's go. If we don't have, so we must install Crony. These tools actually we need to synchronize the time of our machine with the domain controller. Just wait a moment. I actually need this. So copy and paste it here. Not now. Okay, so clear it, and the next is apt space install ntp update. I think this is the tool. ntp update or nt update. No, ntp date actually. Yeah, this is the tool. So clear this. Now we just need to uh, set the time, right? So time date ctl and set hyphen, let me check once, set time zone, set time, set ntp. Yeah, we need this. So set hyphen ntp, and it should be true. Failed to parse ntp setting, true. Why? Invalid argument. Okay, ntp date and 10.10.10.248. So as we can see, we already set our time or synchronize our time with the domain controller, right? Okay, so 26th of November, this is the time. Fine. Now what we need to do is to pass the ticket. For this attack, we are going to use uh, the impacket script, that is get st, the ticket, right? So get st, we have it. Yeah, we have it. So get st.py, and let's see the switches here. So g get st.py space hyphen h. So give a password, hash, or AES key, and it will request a service ticket and save it as cache. So this is the purpose actually, to get the service ticket, and it will save in the cache. Okay, so let's see. First of all, intelligence.hackthebox and slash, what is the service account is svc underscore int dollar. Okay, space hyphen service principal name. We try www and dc dot intelligence dot hackthebox space hyphen hashes. So these hashes, and we can just pass the hash of the of this account, right? So copy this, sorry, space, and paste it here. That's it. That seems fine, but one thing actually, with this we wanna impersonate the user, and which user we want to impersonate is the administrator. Okay, so I'm going to use this switch space hyphen impersonate and administrator. That's it. Run. So as you can see, that is successful. So getting ticket granting ticket for the user and impersonating administrator. Save this ticket in the administrator.c cache file. Fine. So the ticket has been saved, and with this ticket we can use for this is I'm going to use export and Kerberos 5, and the file extension is cc cache. Okay, so actually I'm going to cc name I'm going to read and equal to administrator dot c cache cache. Okay, so we will export it from this file. Enter. It seems good. So now we can we have the access of the administrator, so we can again go SMB client. uh, so if we are actually impersonated administrator account, so we can access the administrator home directory inside users, right? So I am going to try that. 10.10.10.248//users and space uh, -u or not, don't exactly know, but instead of that actually we can use SMB client from the in packet. So SMB client dot py, yeah, this one. So let's go and see the switches for SMB client. So SMB client dot py the space -h. Okay, so space -f or -file debug. We can directly pass the hashes with the no password, and we need K actually because we are going to use the Kerberos authentication and grab the credential from the C cache file based on this, right? Okay, that's good, fine. And we need no password because this Kerberos authentication we will get from the C cache. Okay, so let's do space -k and intelligence.hackthebox / administrator and space -no -pass. That's it. Let's try. So name or service not known. Why? Intelligence.hackthebox. This is the domain name, and maybe it needs full name. So intelligence.hackthebox. Okay, now it seems working. And who am I? No. Okay. Shares. Yeah, that's it. So this is the way. So we can take we can see the shares. So use users. Okay, and see it does not have that. Okay, cd. Let's try to go to the administrator / desktop and we are in that. So let's try ls, and yes, and as you can see, we can read the root.txt. So what you can do, you can just directly, like, this is same like SMB client what we use. So get root.txt, and once you go here where we are opt and here, so here you can see we have the root.txt. That's all for this video. If you like the content, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much and see you in the next video. Bye.